Okay, I thought I share my zero maintenance quail brooder. So here it is. As you can see, it has a fake floor. And then on top of the fake floor, I have this is like this friction thing you can put under a mat so that the mat doesn't move. So we have a net which is ½ inch by ½ inch PVC coated, and then on top of that I have this thing, and then under this there are just these, let me show, like these things, these, I think you can find these anywhere, these freezer things. You can put stuff and put it in the freezer. I just took a knife and cut this like section of them. Let me show. Okay, let me demonstrate on this one. Obviously, the one I use in the brooder is bigger, but just take a knife. Does this so? Take a knife and just carefully, so that you don't injure yourself. You just cut these things off it. You know, and then you just do this for every side, so that when the thing is under the net, this doesn't catch the poop. The poop just goes inside of it or outside of it. There is no additional edge. Yes. So there is the fake floor, which just has these freezer cups, so that this doesn't happen. What happened with these is that you can see maybe that the bottom is a little bit concaved in this thing, like it sinks from the middle, and what it does is that it makes the feet hard to grip on this, since they are a little bit in a hill, and it can also cause that flail leg problem, that the legs get separated. So to eliminate that, and for two reasons also, now these stringing things stand upright. They are not on a hill, meaning they don't get tilted. You can just put it on this freezer thing and they stay nicely and firmly upright. And the same thing for these. When I start using these, when they get big enough, these, they are just there, and the weight of it doesn't cause this whole thing to sink, start concaving, you know. And on additional point is these feeders. So these are just bottle caps. I screwed them on this piece of wood, and the baby quails really like to eat from these. I have given them different kind of feeders to eat from, and they always prefer to eat from those. Maybe because it has just such an low profile here. It's easy for them to just reach and eat. But the downside of these is that they are bit messy. But fortunately, they are just tiny. They are using them just like under a week, and they get less messy when you don't fill them all the way. Alright, so this kind of setup for no maintenance brooder box. And then after 2 weeks, like these would be big enough for me to take the mat off. But because I have here this guy, this little one, which was the only survival of one unsuccessful hatch, I still keep it because so that its feet don't go into these holes. So, but if it wouldn't be there, I would already remove this mat, and this would be a lot cleaner as it is now, because as you can see, now they are big enough so that the poop gets stuck in white this white thing. So if there would be that tiny bird, I would have already removed this and it would be a lot cleaner. So that's only thing you have to do in 2 weeks regarding cleaning it is remove this mat, maybe after a week or so, and clean it and clean the mat, not the brooder. And then the poop just accumulates here, and because I keep the lid somewhat closed like this, the the heat in here is kind of high, so the heat will keep the poop dry at the bottom, because it's just solid. The heat is wrapped here, and then it dries out the poop under here, and hence the poop doesn't smell. Like, even though this looks kind of nasty, it doesn't smell because the poop is dry, because the heat lamp keeps this thing very dry and hot. So yeah, now I don't have to do anything about the poop in 2 weeks. I just set it up, put the birds there. They can be there 2 weeks, obviously add water and food, but I don't have to touch poop. And then after the 2 weeks have expired, that they are ready to go into the normal place, I just take this. Already, this is already taken off then, but unscrew this, lift this thing off, and then wash it, and then wash this, which is kind of easy to do since it holds water. You can just fill it halfway and put some cleaning solution there and let it sit, that all the dry poop will become soft and easily come off from everywhere, and then you can just clean it. You just let it be one day outside, and then you clean it, and you hose down this, and it's clean, and then you just wash this, and then you are ready to next batch. And you don't have to, you only every 2 weeks you have to deal with poop, which is, I think it's good, because I'm not a big fan of dealing with their poop, because the poop is a big minus when having them. All right, this kind of solution. No, no maintenance quill brooder. Let's put that back on. And here are the little ones that I will put there, developing in the brooder or hatching in the brooder. Seems like I'm getting a good hatch rates this time, since I have been doing a little fine tuning had to abandon this big hatching lockdown box because it was very hard to get the like I finally got a lot of these which is are these very inexpensive moisture and heat meters, and with help of these I determined that the problem with my previous low hatch rates was that since this is so big there was a lot of heat differences. It was very hard to get all this area the same temperature. So that's why I just made these the lockdown. Like some of that's not one, but this is one and this is one. The lockdown boxes where I just put the X for the duration of the lockdown. So now that the volume of the box is smaller, it's easier to keep the temperature differences tinier. So that's why I think I got a better hatch rate. And also previously I was just trusting these thermostats, and these are totally off. Like as you can see, this is 32.5 and this is 36. So but these are all inside 37 and a half, which I have determined with these. Like I have multiple of these, and before I put the eggs, I put like 5 of these into the incubator to see what are the temperatures, and then I adjust this accordingly when it's so that it's exact. But the big surprise was that these are actually totally off. Like they are off 5 degrees. So that was interesting to find out and explained my low hatch rates previously. Okay, but that's already too much for the video, and the video was just about the continuous, no continuous, but low maintenance brooder boxes for quail or whatever you are raising. Maybe works for chickens too or whatever. Okay, bye.